What up, though, y'all? It's Chris, broadcasting to you from the D, and they have updated us, given the identity of the young lady who unalived a mother of six, McDonald's worker. Her name is Afeni Muhammad. Now, I found this out earlier. I just didn't want to make a video about it when I found it out. Man, that was really patchy right there. But I didn't want to make a video talking about it. When I learned about it, I went to her IG. I was able to find it doing some extremely light detective work. It's really not hard to find her out there. But she's 26 years old. I looked at some of her content, and, listen, I'm just keeping it a buck. The young lady seems, she seems a bit disturbed. She seems like somebody that's got some issues. I don't know what those are, but the young lady does seem like she got something going on or whatever. You just don't know how people are going to respond to certain things. It does seem like my theory was correct about there being some sort of history of tension between the two of them these last couple days, where she sent her home. She had an issue about this. She had actually made a video talking about it, kind of half making threats. I mean, the things that she was saying were actually surprising because it was foreshadowing to what was about to come. She was saying something to the effect that she can't keep getting away with this, and something's gonna be done about it or whatever. I mean, obviously, listening to what she was saying, you wouldn't have expected it to turn into what it did, but here we are. She's been arraigned. I saw that earlier. She was given a $25 million bond. I don't even know why they bother giving bonds like that. Just give no bond. Really, a $25 million bond, is it just to like make an example out of her? Genuinely asking, I'm curious, is that when you set a bond like that the girl is working at McDonald's? All right, and this isn't no disrespect to working at McDonald's. I'm just simply saying, she can't afford a $25 million bond based on the fact that she's working at a fast food restaurant. She's working a 9 to 5 at a fast food restaurant. It is very unlikely that her or anybody in her circle is going to be able to come up with some cash like that. So you might as well give her no bond. I do find it crazy, though, that this has become such a national story. I mean, it was horrific. I think the nature of it all is why it's become so fascinating for it to make national news. I mean, it's all types of influencers and YouTubers talking about it. This has really gotten out there. It's really gotten signal boosted. I talk about various different things that happen here in the greater Metro Detroit area, and you guys see it. It might be some other Detroit YouTubers who might talk about it, but it doesn't really make the rounds. This really got signal boosted. It really hit the algorithm. And I think the nature of it, like how horrific. You got a mom of six on the news. They were talking to her children. They were crying. I think it's like 5 daughters and 1 son. They were crying, saying their mom was the best and how their mom died taking care of them. It's just really heartbreaking stuff. How she got sent home and came back with a knife, and how an eyewitness, another worker, described it, saying that she was just stabbing her everywhere, and how there was no stopping her. They said she came in wearing a mask, but she knew that it was her anyway because of her hands. So she left and came back with a knife, wearing a mask. I mean, this is just very strange, and I'm wondering if it has something to do with, she seemed to have a thing for Chucky. She's got a video at least one video that I seen where she has a Chucky filter on. I'm wondering if that has something to do with why she chose a knife. You just don't know, man. You can't begin to understand what's going on in people's head. People are stressed. People are battling their own demons. You know, she was trying to throw a little bit of shade at the woman, saying that she was talking about she pulled out a firearm on her children. I don't know how true that is. You know, when you listen to people talk smack online, you just really got to take it with a grain of salt. I don't know. I would hope that's not true, that she would pull a firearm on her children and then come to work and, you know, kind of be flip about it to the employees. But according to her, she believed that Jennifer Harris, that's the victim's name, was telling her this in an attempt to intimidate her. So yeah, whatever was going on, there seemed to be some sort of tension between the two of them that had been going on before this. She has sent her home a few times before. She made the complaint in the video saying she sent her home 2 times before. She came there on her off day and she got sent home again. She seemed to be very agitated about this. And then she gets sent home from work again. Listen, I get it. You frustrated, but you can't handle stuff like this. I've had managers that seemingly had it out for me. Find another job. I mean, that is an option. Handling things this way is just, it's the worst. It's confirmed that she was sending her home. We know that bit is true. We don't know what the reason is, though. You know, being a manager, I can tell you from being a manager at GameStop, being a manager can be tough because you're dealing with various different people, personality types. Some people just don't want to work. Some people got a problem with authority. They just don't want you to ever say anything to them. You know, you can't word it nice enough. You can't package it civil enough to where they're going to be okay with you just simply giving them instructions. This is a young lady, 26 years old. You know, I don't know if she has a problem with authority or not, but there's, you know, it's just a lot of cases that when you're dealing with young people, when you're an older person and you're talking to a young person, they feel like you talking down to them. You talking to them like you they kid. And she did mention something similar to that in one of her videos about, you know, talking to her like you her kid. So it's just rough, man. You a manager and you gotta manage all these different personality types and get them to work. That can be easier said than done. I know this from hands-on experience doing this. So it's really a tragic thing all the way around. It's unfortunate. And this is just one of them things that I wish it didn't happen, man. Because I hate the fact that six kids lost their mom. They said the oldest is like 20 years old. As I said before, man, there's no preparing you to lose your mom, man. You got one mom ever. When you lose your parents, you lose your mom, you lose your dad. Those are the 2 people ever that genuinely wanted to see you winning. So I'm gonna leave it there though, you guys. Hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do. And hit me in them comments. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.